From April 11, a very strict new immigration rule has come into effect in the United States. This particular rule, introduced by US President Donald Trump's executive order called Protecting the American People Against Invasion, is now being enforced across the country. And in effect, a large number of immigrants, including Indians, whether they are on student visa, H-1B visa, green card, or even if they are undocumented. Let's talk about this rule first. According to the new regulation, all non-US citizens aged 18 and above must carry proof of their legal status all the time. Now that means whether you are going to a grocery store, your office, or just for a walk, you must carry your ID like your visa papers, green card, or student visa documents. Now this applies to H-1B visa holders, F-1 student visa holders, green card holders, that's permanent resident, students, people with work permits, and even undocumented immigrants who are living in the US without proper legal papers. Now, if you are in the US and you're not a citizen, this rule applies to you, shifting our focus to what happens if you don't carry your ID. Well, the Department of Homeland Security has said that those who don't follow the rule will face strict action. Now, here's what can happen if you fail to carry your immigration ID. The first is fine. If you are found without your immigration ID and you're undocumented, you can be fined $998 per day, and that too every day that you remain after receiving the final deportation notice. Second is jail time. Not registering or failing to carry your ID could even lead to you end up in 6-month jail. Thirdly, deportation. If you cannot show your legal status when asked, you may be deported from the US even if you are staying here legally but simply forgot your documents. The impact can be massive. Indians are among the largest immigrant group in the United States. As of 2024, there are about 5.4 million Indians in America. Of these, more than 220,000 are undocumented, meaning that they are staying without legal status. A large number of Indians also live in the United States on H-1B work visa, F-1 student visas, green cards, family-based temporary visas, etc. Even if you're staying legally, you must carry your ID all the time or risk getting in trouble. You must be wondering, what about the children, right? So the rule also covers children. All immigrants aged 14 and above who don't have legal status must register with the government. They must provide fingerprints, home address, and other personal information. Also, parents must ensure their child register on time. If a child turns 14, they must register and submit fingerprints within 30 days. Now, this is a very controversial rule, isn't it? This particular rule is seen as a part of Trump's tough stance on immigration. Recently, a US court allowed this particular rule to be implemented, giving the government power to track, fine, jail, or even deport undocumented immigrants or those who fail to carry ID. Critics say that this might lead to racial profiling, unnecessary fear, and harassment, specifically for brown and South Asian communities like Indians and Pakistanis. At the very same time, the US government says that it's for national security and law enforcement and just to ensure that only legal immigrants stay in the country. Now, if you're an Indian who is living in the US, whether on visa or permanent resident, you should now always carry a copy of your visa or green card. Keep your digital backup on your phone or cloud, though a physical copy is safer for sudden checks. Also, avoid ignoring notices from immigration authorities. Make sure you don't overstay your visa under any condition. Also remember that not all states may enforce this particular rule the same way, specifically places called sanctuary cities where local police may not cooperate with immigration officials. But even in such cities, federal law still applies. In the end, this new rule may seem simple, just carry your ID, but it has deep implications for millions of immigrants, specifically Indians who make up a large portion of tech and student communities. It shows how US immigration policy is becoming stricter and why it is so important to stay informed and follow all the rules carefully. A small mistake like forgetting your ID can now lead to serious trouble.